I'm here to make this end-all be-all video about what's full bolt-on. Let's go hit the intro. Welcome everybody back to Boost in Motion, guys. Good morning, good afternoon, and good night. Thank you. Alright everybody, welcome back to Boost in Motion, guys. Today I want to talk about some of the truths and myths of full bolt-on, because even now I'm getting confused with what you guys keep saying what full bolt-on is. So I want to give you guys my opinion. I don't think it's a fact, but my opinion on what full bolt-on even means. For some of my car guys that aren't car guys, you're probably going to want me to just explain what it is. So let's get into it. Let's go. Alright, so number one, pretty much full bolt-on means modifications that you can bolt into your car that can increase the car's performance, right? But to different car guys, this means different things, and that's when I'm realizing that's what's happening. Let me explain. All right, so I believe there's a standard category of full bolt-on, right? And then it goes up in tiers. Number one, to me, full bolt-on, in my opinion, is anything that can increase the engine's performance and or transmission's performance, but necessarily me just the engine's performance. Usually that's basic intake that goes on the throttle bodies. If you're a V6 NA without turbos, headers and full catback exhaust. If you're turbo, this also means that you're decatting the car, or you're going free-flowing exhaust with the catback, and you get a tune. You get the car tuned and optimized. Usually when you get your car tuned, this is pretty much when a scientist, I don't want to say scientist, but pretty much a tuner that hacks into the car's ESM and pretty much modifies the car's timing and different torque loads and parameters to make the car optimized based on its fuel, right? This is how you guys gain power when you add these bolt-ons to it, all right? So that to me is the basic level of bolt-on, right? Now, some of my real car heads be like, no, Boost, you gotta talk about upgrade turbos, blah, 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 blah. Like, listen, guys, it gets very complicated to a lot of people because you won't really know what full bolt-on is. Like, even some turbo heads like to say, I'm stage 1, I'm stage 2, I'm stage 3. Even the stage thing is confusing me. Screw that shit, okay? Screw that, all right? So that is stage 1 category to me. Stage 2 category to me on full bolt-on is now when you come from just only having, let's say, breather modifications and or a tune, so you start going into tires and lightweight wheels. Reason being is this allows you to have better acceleration off the line because you have better and wider tires with better grip. You have lighter weight wheels because they're light. You regain a lot of your wheel horsepower because heavy wheels actually take away some of the performance of your car because it takes power to turn them. Not only move your car, but to turn the wheels, unsprung weight. This is what is and rotational weight. That's what pretty much takes away some of the power of your car. Also, on top of that, when you go to lighter weight rotors, once again, you're lightening up the load on the drivetrain. You go with lightweight drive shafts. You go with a and/or limited slip differential. In our cars, we don't have that. So rather than one tire fire, we have 2 tires taken off. So, and going with certain specific suspension components such as adjustable links, traction bars and or rods, whatever you want to call them, and arms. Also, you go with coilovers or any kind of suspension that can increase the amount of a load that goes on the tire so that you won't have one tire fire and pretty much just have a better stable ride. Usually to me, those things increase the performance of the car, not necessarily so much in the straight line also, but if you take your car autocrossing and you go to an actual racetrack. Because yes, you can have the fastest car in a straight line, but if you take it on a track and it's, you know, floaty, yes, you're still losing time. So yes, to me, that is the second level of full bolt-on. You're increasing the suspension components and or trying to lighten up the load on the car. Now, lastly, some of you guys are saying, well, Boost, but if you're a turbo car or a NA car, there's a few other things you can do too. You are correct. So the reason why I said basic at 1 and 2, because I'm gonna go for 3 now. 3 is usually, let's say you have your turbo car, Redsport. You guys already know Redsport or 3.0T. Now you're talking about running a different fuel. If you want to run an E85 fuel, you can usually gain more performance off of that, but you're gonna have to purchase certain pumps and flex fuel kits, which are technically bolt-ons, and get the car tuned for E85. So yes, that's considered it, but not. But if you say full bolt-on and you're not around E85, then you're not necessarily full bolt-on. That's the idea that keeps going around it. So if you do E85 with the pumps, that's considered full bolt-on. Or also if you are V6, the VQ motors. Some of you guys might jump in and say, well, Boost, you should have also included the intake manifold swap for the VHR people. Yes, technically that is a bolt-on, 100%. You should also talk about upgraded throttle bodies. Yes, there are throttle bodies that are a little larger and a little wider. Some guys also like to port match their lower intake manifold and their top intake manifold. You can also go cammed on some of the on the VQ motors. So yes, those bolt-ons definitely do exist, where you can increase the performance of the car, and they're technically bolt-ons. But you can't say you're a full bolt-on, right? This is why I'm saying there's levels to this, if you don't do all of these things. There's categories to this, but majority of people are always going to get the most affordable bolt-ons that don't cost a lot of work or a lot of time to get the work done. Because if you're saying, yo, I'm a full bolt-on VQ, well, did you do cams? Did you do the manifold swap? Did you get those $1,000 throttle bodies? No, you didn't, right? Exactly. So that's why I believe that there's categories to it. And for the turbo guys in the same category 3, we got upgraded turbos. So we can go with pure RRT or whatever other ones come in the market. These turbos are the OEM units, but they're more efficient and can give you a higher amount of CFM of charge air. That's it. Like you increase the performance of the car. So finally, to just bring it to a close, like yes, there's different levels to being full bolt-on. That's just what I gotta say. To me, to just put it all in a nutshell, what can you bolt to the car's engine that allows it to breathe and excel a lot better without having to pretty much take apart the block or drop the motor just to change the turbos? The same thing for the VQ guys. Like, yes, you putting headers on the car, but we don't want to put cams. That takes a lot of work. That's a lot of extra nonsense to do. So all in all, guys, jump in, tell me what you think. Because, I mean, these 3 categories to me is what full bolt-on is. And if you could do all this in one, I mean, at that point, you got some money. But on top of that, I'm going to throw a few other wild cards in here, what full bolt-on could really be, too, because to some other people, pretty much purchasing every modification for that car. That's what some people like to sit there and say, too. What is every modification I can get for this car to increase the amount of performance all around? And then knowing that, that's where I leave it at. So if you guys want to consider your car full bolt-on because you have CATBACK exhaust, no, that's not what it is. It's not what it is at all. But anyways, also for you guys who made it to this last part of the video, if you've been following my car and you've been following my channel for a while, you know I got a 2018 Q50 3.0T luxe sport. And yeah, guys, my driver's side turbo is leaking. Yep, if you've been following some of my videos, I was chasing an oil leak, and it's not the oil feed or it's not the oil drain. Shout out to All Out Motorworks for taking the time out to try to our best way to see where the leak was coming from, and we found out that it's leaking from the gasket between the hot side and pretty much the core or the center part of the turbo. And the only way to fix that is to drop the motor, take the turbo out, and pretty much get it rebuilt, because that's just what it is. It's not leaking bad, but it's leaking. The car gets to be driven and beat on, but it's not like it's pouring oil out. No, definitely not. So knowing that I only have a few options here is, one, not care, drive it until the next year with the oil leak and give the car back and say screw it. Two, because my option wasn't, I told you guys I want to keep the car, so my second option is to get the car warranty through Infiniti. You guys already know that I'm technically full bolt-on stage 1 or category 1. So that may be kind of hard to do. Or last thing I've been telling you guys is, if you've been following me, if I have to drop this motor, I'm putting in upgraded turbos. So yes, those are my 3 options at this point. Guys, tell me what you think. I want you guys to vote and let me know. Check the little thing above, because I'm a little scared here. I'm gonna be honest, I'm a little scared because the next choice I make, well, I don't think it's gonna break the car, but it costs a few grand to get a few upgraded turbos, and without you guys' support, you know, like, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to do it or not. So definitely hit the like button right now. You already know, comment below, tell me what you think. Get interactive, share this to the other Q50 Q60 community that follows me, because maybe they might have missed this episode. Because yeah, Boosted Motion might be getting upgraded turbos. Yeah, guys. So otherwise than that, guys, you already know what to do. Check my merch below in my Teespring account that supports my channel. Also on top of that, I do have a Cash App that's below, boost at @boostinmotion. And also on top of that, you guys already know what to do. You already know what to do. So you can add me at boostinmotion IG and Facebook, and boostinmotion@gmail.com. Otherwise than that, you guys have a good morning, good afternoon, good night. Everybody stay safe out there. Appreciate you guys. Love you guys. You have a good day. Thank you everybody for watching. Do appreciate you guys. Love you guys very much. You can also check out the 2 links I posted for some of my other videos. Also on top of that, if you want to purchase some Boosted Motion merch, definitely check the link that I posted also. And finally, if you've been watching all my videos and you enjoy them, please hit the link to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Thank you. Thank you.